Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. Got some Grand Arenas to play today, so... Well, just got one. Just got my Darth Loquitur account to play. So we're going to get in here, play some 3v3 Grand Arena. I did end up losing that last round. As expected, my opponent came in later and cleared that back zone and got more points than I did. He didn't clear it, full clear it. The Padme team did stand, but yeah, so I think the first thing I'm going to do is go through here and change my defense. I'm going to try a completely different defense for the third round here. So in the first round, we got cleared except for this Padme team. In the second round, we've already been full cleared. And then, obviously, I mean, he left the ship zone, but, I mean, this is a tactic we've seen 1,000 times before. The player is going to come in here and clear up these ships. He's just waiting for me to play, so that he knows how many banners he needs here in case he needs to try some extraordinary feat on ships or something like that. So, but yeah, it's a full clear, and you know, my opponent's probably thinking a win for him. And when I look through, I did get a couple holds, but when I see a hold on Jabba, I feel like that's a planned thing. Like he probably did Night Sisters and then cleaned it up with troopers or something like that. Kind of a similar thing here. He dropped a battle on the Ezra team, which, I mean, that's okay. That's actually, let's say, a good thing. But my defense is not doing the work here in Kyber 2. So we have to rethink what we're doing on defense. And I've got an idea that I want to try for this round and perhaps for next round. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to clear out the mediocre teams here. Treya, not quite good enough. This team, not quite good enough. This team, not quite good enough. Okay. And then we're also going to remove Rey. Okay. All right. And then we're going to go here. And we're going to get rid of Gungans and Malicos. Okay. So then this front zone, I'm going to try to wallpaper this front zone with really good non-galactic legend teams. So we're going to come in here and we're going to put in Seer, Malicos, and Cal Kestis with a Calicron. Okay, set that. Let's put in the Padme squad here. Queen Amidala with her lads. And let's get a good Datacron on this. Light side. Critical damage. I think I want something here with just a ton of armor penetration. This has got tenacity, potency. Let's see what this has. Resistance penetration, armor penetration. And it has max health, so let's put that on, try to make these guys challenging. We got the Inquisitors there. Let's add Palpatine. And Starkiller. And Mara Jade. And, you know, I built Starkiller for offense, but I kind of really built him for offense in 5s. If I'm going to be taking Leia on offense all the time to try to fight these Ezra Bridgers with Rey, then I don't also need Starkiller to try to fight Rey. So that's a thing that can make a difference. So dark side mechanics with dark side tank. We don't have a dark side tank here. That's Tuskens. There's no dark side with also unaligned force user, I guess? Question mark? Okay. I'm not finding what I'm looking for. All right, we'll just do this. Let's actually look for something with potency. See if we got a good cron here with dark side plus potency. Or anything with just a ton of potency. Here we go, 73% potency. That's good. So we'll add that. And then what's the last best? Maybe we'll go with that Sith Triumvirate here after all. Maybe they're good enough to be part of this front wall. Nihilus. And then we'll throw in dark side, percent health, recovery. Sure. All right, so we'll make the front wall just a bunch of stuff that the opponent, you know, maybe they'll use Bane here. Maybe they'll use a Galactic Legend against a couple of these teams. Maybe they'll beat a couple of them with, you know, just normal stuff. That's fine. All right, and then so up front here, we've got Jabba. Let's add Rey here. And we'll do Rey, Ben, and Exile. Give them a decent datacron here. Like this, probably. The armor penetration doesn't help much. It does have some offense. There's at least an unaligned force user thing. Sure, we'll equip that. Rey, Ezra, and Ben is the best defensive team now that Star Killer Kron is gone. You putting Rey on the back wall? No, I'm going to put Rey on the front wall on the top. We'll put Rey on the front wall on the top. And then we're going to put we'll put Cassian here. And where's Jyn Erso? I'm looking, I know I'm looking straight at her and I can't see her. All right, there she is. And we'll find a Rebel Kron here that's decent. Sure. Set that. And then okay, we'll leave that. We'll leave that as it is. All right, we need one more defensive squad here. I don't want to put gas. But I think I still want a team here that's good enough to scare the enemy a little bit. So what if we did Jedi, but we did something like this, where we did a Jedi Knight Luke lead with Hermit Yoda, and then something like Keller and Beck. It's a team that you don't see very often with a Jedi Knight Luke lead. But I find that when I'm playing Jedi Master Luke, Cal Kestis, Jedi Knight Cal is usually in that team. Or if I play a separate Jedi team with Revan, Jedi Knight Cal is kind of the star of that. I just really haven't been using Luke. He's too fast for this nonsense, but I have to have him that way. Although, there's no version of the Luke team now that beats SLKR in 5s if SLKR has Vision. The Ray Vision, right? That's a no-go. Maybe this. Maybe just some Jedi nonsense here. Some stuff that maybe I can afford not to have on offense. And then the Qui-Gon team. Okay, and then the back wall, we've got Iden. Got some decent teams back here. We need one more really big team to anchor this, though. So, what I am thinking about what if we put CLS back here? Gungans, we still have Gungans. Jar Jar and Phalanx, I think. Seems like the right thing. Okay. Let's give them a good Datacron. All right. Now, I don't have my Zori Bliss team anywhere here on defense. Is a Zori team better than this Rex team? It will be. The Zori team will be better when I actually get a relic onto Zori. Okay. So this zone isn't that bad. This is a strategy that I call a permission strategy. So basically I'm putting teams here that are hard but not too hard, and I'm kind of giving my opponent permission to beat this zone. But I'm trying to make him use up enough good teams when he beats this zone that he's then faced with the choice of either the back wall or the front wall here. I feel like I need one more Galactic Legend on defense. I feel like I need one more GL somewhere. But then that's going to limit what I can do on offense. All right, let's let this play out like this for the third round, and we'll see. We'll see how that holds up in the third round. Do you have Luthen? Yes, I have Luthen. I do have Luthen. Which team is that better than? The Luke team? Qui-Gon still messes with people. I feel like I've seen dropped battles against Qui-Gon still. Probably the Rex team? Or maybe we take the Dash on Chewie team on offense. The Iden team is all Relic 3, so that's not too scary. Mon Mothma, Luthen, and Rex is better than what you have there with the clones. Okay. So you're saying Mothra, Luthen's only Relic 1. He's pretty sad still. And he doesn't have any of his stuff. Right? Like, I haven't had Zetas and Omicrons and all that stuff to put on this guy yet. So... But you're saying that's better, huh? Okay. I'll put it there. I mean, Mon Mothma and Luthen aren't doing me good somewhere else. And Rex was already on defense anyway. So we'll put that there. Yeah, and we'll see how that does in the third round. Ideally, either have Quadme or Leia in the zones in the front back to force out Bane. Dominant says hello. Snoover says hello, DL. First time I catch you live. Normally I just watch afterwards. I want to tell you you're such a nice guy, and I never thought that, but you're my favorite SWGOH streamer. Oh, that's cool. Thanks. Appreciate that. You like Quadme on the back wall. But if I put Leia on defense, then I don't have much to deal with this Ezra. Right? Like, there's going to be 3 high-quality teams that I'm getting here in the near future. We'll get Balin, we'll get Ahsoka, Galactic Legend Ahsoka, and Great Mothers. That's like the next 3 things that are coming for the account. So that'll give me like Balin on offense, probably Galactic Legend Ahsoka somewhere on defense. And I think that'll like shore up any of these holes that I've still got. I could put Leia on the back wall, and that would be basically saying that I'm not going to beat. Well, you know what? This team, the Inquisitors team, the Inquisitors team sometimes pulls the Bane, right? What did I just do? What just happened? I somehow deleted the Seer Malicos squad as well. Come on. Cal. And then the Calcron. Equip that. Okay. So then we can take... you know what? Let's take the that team off. Let's put the Galactic Republic here. Okay, give them a cron. Good. And then add squad. Imperial Remnant. And we'll put these guys in on the front wall. Let's see. Dark Side Tank Revive. Yeah, we'll just put this on for now. Okay. SLKR has to counter the Ray. It does pull Bane, and so does the Seer team. Idea, you want bulk on the Quad May to reduce the Treya counter. Okay. Do I have another bulky cron to put there? That's the question. I do. Okay. That's fine. We could do that. Although Treya's effect is a %. You're saying just make the clone fatter, right? Just the whole bulky thing is just to put more hit points and stuff on the clone. Makes it harder for Treya to get through. I can take that, sure. Snoover says, I think everyone goes with Treya on Gungans and not Amidala. All right, well, at least the Gungans and Amidala are the only two teams on the back wall that are that much of a problem. Aiden really isn't that big of a deal anymore. The Luthen team isn't good because Luthen has nothing. That's kind of a scare tactic for now until I get Luthen with some skills. The Dash-On Chewie team also isn't that bad, but it's not for free, right? You can't beat that for free. I'll relic Zori this week. Maybe. Let me take a look. Let me take a look here. Where are we at on Zori? Zori. I've got Hera Syndulla ready to go. Okay, so we're not going to be in a position to also relic Zori. But okay, fine. Maybe I will be. No, there's no way. She's got double furnaces and I'm low on those materials, so I don't think there's much chance. All right, let's practice the profundity counter here. I got to play for fleet placement, so we'll just keep practicing this. My success rate with this counter is probably, I don't know, 2/3, something like that. There's I miss a lot on this counter. It might not even be as high as 2/3. I think I did something wrong here already. I did. I picked the wrong skill. I was talking. I was yapping instead of playing. And I picked the wrong skill on my guy. Well, that's not fantastic. Yeah, so I'll lose this one because I wasn't paying attention. Get out of here. Okay. All right, let's go in and start looking at the Daggerman here and working on this GAC. I'll go back out and play the fleet battles here in a minute. 11.3 million galactic power, 4.6 in ships, that's pretty much everything. I think that'll be all the ships. 6.7 characters. Galactic War Battles 1. 23,000. So that's 6.5 years. Something like that. All right, let's look at fleet. Leviathan, Profundity, Executor, all the stuff. Sure. Characters. 6 Galactic Legends. Oh, interesting. No Leia. Huh. Okay. That's a pretty good defense and a pretty good clear against me for not even having Leia. Also no Lord Vader, so that's understandable. Darth Bane, Starkiller, Malicos, Bo-Katan's in the house. Gungan's Relic 9. All the usual suspects. Ezra Bridger's Relic 5. And on down the list. Sure. Looks fine. All right. No Enfys Nest Relic. He won't be able to take advantage of the new busted Nestocrons. I suppose we could look at mods too while we're in here just to see what it looks like for speed. Are we in a high speed zone or a residential neighborhood? 355 on Cat. It's good, but not earth-shattering. 354 on Marjade. That's fast. Couple rows down, 325. Okay, so he's got good mods. We won't really have too much of an advantage on mods. So we'll have to watch out for that. Okay. JMK, I can honestly say I'm kind of only comfortable with JMK in the mirror match. There's a lot of stuff that I just don't like playing into JMK, so we'll do the mirror match there. The Padme at the bottom, we probably main. Bridger, we have to do Leia against Bridger. Get Leia to work there. Gas, probably just CLS. And then this Rex team, we'll have to take a look at that. I would love to do maybe Bounty Hunters there, but that team has a lot of damage. Maybe a Cal Kestis team would be appropriate. Just do some Jedi there. Get to the back wall and see what he's got. Up top we have Jabba. We can SLKR the Jabba if we need to, or we can do Night Sisters there if the back wall's not scary. There's some possibilities there. Got a Luke team here that we have to deal with. Zori team. Qui-Gon. And then just an old-fashioned kind of Rey team here. That's an Imperial Trooper battle right there. If we fight that one. Okay, let's try this Bridger battle first here. Let's do Leia with a couple rebels. There's got to be a good rebel cron somewhere in here still, right? Sure. Defense penetration. This is a droid cron. Some armor penetration. I think this is probably the best one, right? Some offense, armor penetration. Although, somebody had said that resistance penetration is the thing to do here. Because The basic attack off of Drogan is actually special damage. Let's just see if we've got something with a bunch of resistance penetration. That has 79%, a little bit of offense. Let's look for a good combination of resistance pen. Yeah, that's going to be it. That 79% one is going to be the best we've got. It does have a little bit of offense, much resistance penetration. And that's really the key hit, right? We gotta use Drogan's basic here. Special damage to the enemy. So we're gonna try to use Drogan to one-shot Ezra Exile. That's the deal, I think. Bobo says defense definitely looks better. Now forces the opponent's use of Bane. One drop of your ray up top, and I doubt the opponent has the tools to clear the board unless they set a complete Swiss cheese defense. Yep. All right. Hopefully that'll be true. All right, let's get in here and see if we can make this work. All right, Leia. We're going to target Rey. We're going to hide Drogan. Okay. Stuff, junk, whatever. Let's just do a basic here. All right, and then we target here. We do a basic. And it worked. Yay! Now we're looking for damage immunity on Ben Swolo. Killed my robot. You killed my robot. Come on, get the damage immunity. No. Nar. Okay. Oof. Current Galactic Legend Challenge, they messed up and put Wrecker for the feat. Hurry and get 7-star one in case they fix it. Oh wow, get off my Drogan. I guess we got to do this first. Drogan down. Oh, counterattack for the win. Oh, I thought that was so doomed. I thought that was so doomed. What a lucky, fortuitous counterattack there. What did I do wrong? So right at the start there, I had the option to go into stealth with R2. And I chose not to. And he got hit with a whirlwind. So I think in the future, well, the whirlwind would have hit Drogan if, because Drogan would have come out of stealth. Leia, Drogan, R2. And then Drogan comes much later. R2 can't lap Drogan. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think I probably needed to go into stealth right there. I'll do that in the future. Commander Ahsoka Tano, General Kenobi. We'll put a Lamo-Cron on this because I kind of don't care. Some tenacity. It's fine. All right, so basically he's going to come in and kill my Kenobi. And then I have to last long enough with my cat to get into the ult. I'll kill his cat with my cat. And then should be able to battle it out from there. she was in alt with 3 stacks and you kept hitting Ben. Too many stacks on Ray. Killing Ezra that fast allowed for you to be one-tapped. Need to drop Ray inspiration stacks. You can remove her stacks when she's in the alt. Okay. All right. I guess a critical hit for 1 point of damage is still okay. All right. So keep the stacks off array is important. Got it. Sure. I guess we'll do this. And we'll kind of take the long way around. Okay. I guess I could have done the 50% alt. You know what? Let's just do the 50% alt here. Get the high ground. Get Cat out of here right away. I'm going to attack Kenobi. Ha ha. All that's left is Kenobis. That's not really funny. Okay. Yeah, let's reset Cat here so that she can put Shen back over here. And we'll keep working on the tank. We just don't have enough high ground, right? Doing the half ult, we don't have enough high ground to be able to target GL Kenobi without tank Kenobi getting in the way. So we just got to kind of go slow. Dodged. Okay. We're actually going to reset again here first. Okay. Now we're kind of on bad timing. We'll target here. We'll do the alt. And then that should be, you know, free and clear to target Galactic Legend Kenobi now. Okay. Auto. Should be good. Store Pooper says, Shuver, it's the combo of her logs giving him more damage and the first time he uses his basic doing more damage. I took R2 with the log attack. Yeah. So somebody else clued me into that, taught me the wisdom of the Drogan, but you also have to put the Zetas on Drogan, right? Because his basic has a Zeta on it that makes it do 50% more damage. And there's another Zeta that gives him percent offense. So, like, you have to do everything you can to get his offense up. And that was only a Relic 5 Ezra, so that makes a big difference. Okay. Let's look for something with armor penetration here. That looks good. All right. So we'll bane this Queen Amidala. We don't have to worry about a Leia on the back wall because we don't have to worry about a Leia, right? Okay. So somehow there's still this thing where, like, I did the buff removal. It's supposed to remove buffs 2 times, and it removed the buffs 0 times. And then I did it the second time, and it removed the buffs properly and did annihilation damage. I don't know. I don't get it. Okay. I think CLS beats this. Yes. It used to. I think it still does. I don't think there's any Datacron stuff. Snoover says, my Drogon has everything. It's all of the things. Nice. Love it. All right, let's see if CLS has what it takes to get this Skywalker taken care of here. We'll do some area of effect damage here, get some protection off of these clones so that once Gas takes a seat, it's a little easier to declone him. All right. Stack up some confusion here. All right. Still works. 54 banners. All right. And then this Rex. What do we do with this Rex? Have to have enough damage. This is this character requires enough damage, right? And we do have to kill 5s first. I mean, we could do a Jedi team like this. And who do we want as the last Jedi? Shock T to try to keep everybody alive, maybe. We got a decent cron here that we can use. This is probably better. Some more armor penetration. Qui-Gon Jinn, Bad Batch works too if you want cheap. Bad Batch against the Rex, you mean? My Bad Batch is like gear 9, so I don't think they're going to win. Yeah. Yeah. Do you see a chance of winning against the Rey Ben Ezra with SLKR, Darkside Rey, and crew? I'm not familiar enough with Darkside Rey yet. I haven't got her, and I haven't like analyzed her kit very deeply, so I don't know. SLKR can win in that battle. I feel like with Darkside Rey, I'm not certain, but it feels like that should be something that you could make work. Maybe if somebody else in the chat has more experience with Darkside Rey, has the character already, and share that with the rest of the chat. Okay, let's just do basic here. Clean up 5s. Get a stun on. Do that. And then Rex just did... What just happened? Okay, Rex did aerial advantage. and we must have used the savior effect. So the life bar never moved, which means that he insta-killed me, but it didn't count because of savior, and then it was my turn. Okay. All right, that gets us through to the back wall. Let's see what we've got back here. Not too scared of this Newt team. Some Jedi. We can Wampa the Grievous. Okay. None of this seems too scary. That's going to free us up to use SLKR versus Jabba. And I feel like we can just do this with pretty standard stuff. Relic 5 on the chrysanthemum. That seems low. Chrysanthemum is one of those characters that really gets better with higher relics. Like, every relic you can put on, every relic level you put on that character is fantastic. Getting him all the way to relic 9 is crazy. His power curve is just straight up. Bovo says you want Hux instead of crew for the additional attacks and passing a turn. Hey Bovo, I appreciate you, man. You're giving me advice, you're giving the other folks in the chat advice. That's good community. Thank you. I appreciate you, man. All right, let's get in here and see if we can mix it up with this Jabba. Yabba dabba doo. All right, crew. Crew's pretty good at soaking those bombs, right? Doesn't care so much about these damage over time effect nonsense. All right, we'll take a sip of his mastery. And just do a basic here. Come in with a stab again. Okay. Just do a basic because Leia says that if I try to get everybody to assist, it's not going to work. Oh no. Wow. I'm getting wrecked. Wrecked. Okay. Let's do damage there. Put a stun over here. What? Wait. I'm confused. What just happened? He's stunnable. Oh, no, he's not. Never mind. He can only be stunned with cruise nonsense. All right, we're going to jump in, use the ult, because I still don't have Leia dead. And I have this nasty feeling like I'm going to be dead if I don't do it that way. We'll do a stab. 360 stacks while we're in our ult here. And then I can do this while I'm blinded. And, yeah, I mean, nothing works while I'm blinded, right? So that's the thing. We'll do that. And I don't think we can steal mastery from other Galactic Legends, but it's fine. It all worked out in the end. Okay. This team, I feel like we're just going to use the troopers here. Pretty good matchup for them. Although, The best version of this matchup is actually with Moff Gideon, not Dark Trooper. This version of the counter is really good. Piet's Kron can't bring back Dark Trooper if Dark Trooper dies anyway. So oddly enough, we're going to go with this version of the Troopers team to increase our control. Yep. Doesn't everything counter Jedi Training Ray with 2 droids? Well, let's see how fast she is. Let's check. See, the problem is if we don't use Moff Gideon, once we take our first turn with Piet, she will take a turn because she'll get some debuffs. Oh no, she won't. He doesn't. Never mind. He doesn't debuff. Okay, we can do it this way. If you have Gideon in the team, he debuffs and she gets a turn instantly. But I think with this team, just Piet taking a turn isn't going to debuff. So we should be fine. You just have to be careful not to give Rey turns. You know? Alright. And, I think we're just going to kill R2 first. Let's do that and kill Rey. And then do some pneumatic fisting on BB-8 for the victory. All right, we got Qui-Gon, Zori, and CLS. We have gas. We have 2 Galactic Legends. So it's like, I know I probably don't need to use Galactic Legends, but I can. Having a Galactic Legend man, this is tempting. This is tempting here. I wonder if they have enough damage to kill Sith Eternal. Because he'll be able to like link together Ki-Adi-Mundi and Anakin. I don't care about Qui-Gon Jinn's damage. If I have a Datacron with a little bit of tenacity, then they shouldn't be able to put the potency down, or the healing immunity on me. The Omicron is turned off. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So I think I can do this, you know, without even using Wat Tambor. Not even Wat. Let's see what his potency looks like. Guys, you got to put some potency on your Jedi Knight Anakin. Yeah, all right. It's a little bit risky, but let's do it for the banners. And Snoover says you can't lose it with the single C. I think I can't lose it with a solo Sith Eternal. As long as they didn't accidentally pick Emperor Palpatine. You know, that can happen sometimes where you think that you're picking one and you accidentally pick the other. Embarrassment ensues. I don't know anybody foolish enough to do that, though. I mean, really. Do you think anybody would accidentally pick Palpatine instead of C? Guys, do you think anybody would really do that? He did get the healing immunity on, which is pretty annoying. See, we could take 2 turns here, get the healing immunity off. Should also get us to the alt. And I probably didn't need to do it this way. Just going for style points. Let's go. Okay. And that's one of those, we didn't need to, but we did it because we can. Okay, CLS. Let's take gas in here. Ha ha, just kidding. Oh boy. Seriously though, what are we gonna use here? How about person DeLoreans? What do you guys think about that? That should work, right? Armor penetration, we'll take that. I think if I saw Bo-Katan on defense, I wouldn't try to take CLS in against them. Whenever he damages an enemy with special and the enemy doesn't have armor shred, inflict armor shred for the rest of the battle. Inflict exposes. I mean, I don't think I really care about any of that, right? That's not going to take Luke over the top and kill Mandalorians. I think this just kills Luke fast, right? This just gets Luke out of the picture quite quickly. Oh, he resisted. Resistant. Okay, maybe I was wrong. All right. Dodged. Okay, Luke down. Did a lot of damage, though. That was quite a lot of damage. Okay. Zori. And I think this is one of those things where I don't need to use Galactic Legend to kill Zori, but I have one. You know, we've got a Galactic Legend, so probably just going to use it. I don't think there's anything on the back wall here that I find more threatening. Is there? Nope. All right, let's go in here. And I think we're in good shape on banners. So I'm not going to skimp and use less good stuff. I'm going to go ahead and put 3 Jedi in here and kind of play this no nonsense. We can save Datacrons for the, well, we don't need to save Datacrons. We've only got like 5 more battles to play. All right, let's get in here. Target Hero Finn. Some ability block going on. Get some dying Finn going on. Stun everybody. Life is fantastic so far. Good. Let's target Zori here. And let's target Zori again. All right, should be good. 57 banners. We get to see ships. And ships is where I may stumble. If he's got a massive defense here. Ooh, it's pretty good. Yeah, this is exactly the kind of defense that I fear. Yep. Yeah, I really don't have a good answer for this defense. We'll do the mirror match in both the Executor and Profundity. Just mirror match those and beat them. But then against that Negotiator, I'm probably going to have to two-shot it. Probably have to use First Order and then come back in with an Empire fleet after that. Speaking of fleet, oh man, I ran out of time. Yeah, I should have gone out and played some more Fleet Arena, but I stopped paying attention to my time in Fleet Arena and the opportunity has passed. Okay. Garbage arena placement for me today. Blah. All right, let's Wampa this. We should be able to get good banners. It's an interesting version of the team. I don't usually see Grievous without a B1, right? But interesting. Damage immunity coming up for 27 rounds. So you're just going to be damage immune for the whole game? All right, there we go. 59 dudes. Okay. There's the B1. I think we've got Mon Mothma on offense, right? So we'll take Mon Mothma. Take that Luthen. And where's my Kyle? There he is. All right. It's a Rebel Cron. Although we can't get the good Rebel statistics because Luthen's level or Relic 1. Makes me think that I probably shouldn't. Hey, you know what? We're going to play Luthen. I don't care. Let's go. Chimera is normally a one-shot against Negotiator. All right, well, talk me through it. I've got the Chimera on offense. Talk me through how you would play the Chimera versus the Negotiator in a one-shot. I've played that before with the Scythe as the starting ship, and the Scythe just gets dunked immediately. Like 2 seconds into the battle, they kill the Scythe, and then I have problems after that. Matchup just like the old Leviathan counter. So you put the 3 ties in. What's the starting 3 then? You don't use the Scythe in the starting 3. You use what, like advanced bomber TIE fighter? I usually use the bomber in the mirror match with the Profundity, because the bomber just completely shuts the Profundity down. It says good night, Profundity. All right, maybe we'll take Gas in here. Seems like a good matchup for him. Does anything have protection on it still? Doesn't really look like it. 12% protection, fine. We'll target Barris here. I guess we gotta deal with Mace Windu first because of the little taunts. I use Scythe, Vader, TIE Fighter, and it normally works. I think the Scythe is better than the TIE Bomber in the starting lineup. Maybe you had bad luck. Well, I'm certainly willing to give it a try. You know? And if it doesn't work out, at least I'll get an education on something for the future. So, yeah, that was the issue, though. It just completely, like, instantly dunked the Scythe. That went worse than I thought it was going to, honestly. What do you guys think? Starkiller versus some Geos here? Oh, man. What else do we have left? We've got Mandalorians. We've got lots of stuff. All right, here we go. Starkiller. Starkiller versus Geos. You guys know the story, right? There ain't no party like an overkill party. Okay, so in that matchup, do you still... oh, I just put it on auto. I guess I'm just so confident that we're going to win this that I just stuck it on auto and let it ride. That's pretty funny. Oh. So do you still try to kill Anakin first, or is there some tech? Use Chimera to kill the Marauder? Like, how does it all end up working out? We still got the Remnant, so let's use that against these booty hunters. We'll go ahead and reduce the armor on Bosk and just target him first. He's going to get taunt and be in our way anyway, right? So, might as well. Don't need to drain their turn meter since they're all currently pretty much out of turn meter. Okay. Here's an opportunity to drain some turn meter. Let's go. Why not? Put some dazes on people. And off we go. First kill on Boba Fett. Quickly to be followed by the second kill on Boba Fett. Alright, and then we just got a ding-dang Dengar to kill. I think that's auto, right? Just put it on auto, let it ride. Focus on Anakin's ship first. Reinforcement could be the Interceptor because of the debuffs, and Anakin is down. But you can ability block the Marauder with Vader. Okay. On the very first turn, ability block the Marauder. So you're saying we do something like So we got TIE, TIE Advanced, Scythe, Interceptor, and I don't know, another reinforcement because we might need it. So TIE, TIE Advanced, Scythe, Interceptor for the quick reinforce, and instead of coming in with the Defender, Defender or so when we get to the point of the first reinforcement, we have to take a look. If all allies are Empire, blah, 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 dispel buffs on all enemies and apply target lock and buff immunity. Dispel debuffs on all Empire. Okay. All right. Yeah, I just don't know how we manage the first capital ship turn, right? Because the first time Negotiator goes. See, this is the problem that I have. The first time the Negotiator goes, it picks this ability and wrecks my team. You know, calls assists from everybody, and everybody dies. Boris says, why not Defender as first reinforcement? If Anakin is killable, that's the thing. So there's a scenario where we've popped unending loyalty on Anakin, and he's in stealth with a sliver of life, right? You could bring in this Interceptor, dispel all debuffs, get rid of all the taunts, and just nuke Anakin. If that's not the case, then I think you bring in the Defender, always. All right, in we go. And you're saying I should ability block the Marauder if I can with Vader right away. Okay. Let's go ahead and do a big hit here. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Okay, we'll do the ability block like you said. See, that's it. And Scythe is just instantly dead. Instantly dead. Instantly dead. All right, we'll bring the Defender in here. We'll put Anakin under. And then see if there's some kind of justice that we could bring to bear. No, not enough. He's got a sliver of life. And there's Plo. Plowing me up. And this is Vader going down, I'm pretty sure. I'll bring in this Interceptor. Defender down. Okay. Anakin down. I'm out of time. You know, I can't wait till later to do the ult on the Marauder. I've got to do it just right now. Okay, Plo down. We've still got a gauntlet in reinforcements. Which isn't great, but it's also not a total loss. We need a dodge here. We need a nice, big, fat, juicy dodge. Okay. More dodges from the TIE fighter. That's what's needed. Oof. Let's do this. Here's the ult. Okay. No more dodges from you. Oh, and he gets a dodge. So angry right now. This is really close, but the enemy is getting all of the lucky... What? More reinforcements? How? You know, if we got another turn with our capital ship, that would be fantastic. Fine. Wow. So many reinforcements. Ability block on Marauder prevents Anakin from going under stealth. It was really unhappy with the scythe. Okay, it's unhappy, but it was also predictable. I mean, I don't mean to sound mean, but that's what happens to me. When I fight that fight, that is what happens. We killed 3 ships, though, right? We got rid of Anakin and the tank and the Plo. Fives is somewhat injured. Probably Ahsoka's ship is the easiest to kill. All right, let's work through these other 2 battles so that I don't make mistakes. I don't think we need all this stuff, but I'm going to take it because, sure enough, if something goes wrong, I don't want to be caught out. All right, we're a 9 Piet. He's an 8 Piet. So that should mean that we get to kill his Xanadu blood instantly. All right, there we go. Pew! All right, and he targets my punishing 1. Okay. And then he turns over to the Xanadu blood. Now we can just mark this Razor Crest, and hopefully that'll be enough to get that thing out of here. We'll bring in the IG just for damage. That way, if it gets 1 dodge, we have the chance of a 2nd hit. Deathmark will take down my Xanadu blood pretty quickly. Ooh, it didn't. We get another turn. With the Xanadu blood, I mean. We don't care about healing, right? Does this, if I heal this, does it get at least? It does. Okay. We got the foresight. Interesting. All right, so then we target here. Well, we can chuck the death mark ourselves, and that should be it. All right, good deal. Clean 74 banner win. Okay, then we'll do profundity, and we will do the profundity fleet. We're going to kick this out. We don't need it. We're going to kick that out because we want to save it, and we'll play this, and I'll bring in the TIE bomber as my first reinforcement. Okay, Millennium Falcon, Outrider, Rebel stuff, things, junk. Good. Let's go. Yep. Yep. All right. Boris Balkan says, nice. Okay, here we go. We are going to kill his tank in a minute. Take some moves here. Anything that helps us go toward the alt is kind of what we want. So we'll do this. Take another turn on the Falcon, get a couple more assists. I actually don't want to use the special there because Putting 3 debuffs on him didn't seem like a good idea right then. Let's be untargetable on the Falcon. Feel like that's good. He gets the first reinforcement, which is actually nice for us. We'll call in this bomber, put everybody on fire. And then on the bomber's next turn, we will reinforce that flaming concept. All right, 2 reinforcements back to back. He gets the Ghost and the Phantom. We're just going to keep working our way toward the alt. All right, let's refresh all that fire, because very little in the game that's more satisfying than flaming rebels. Okay, let's keep working on alt stuff. Well, you know what? If that's how you're going to be, we'll call this reinforcement in and somehow not kill the stupid Phantom. Yikes. All right. I'll take the Ghost out here. And we'll target the Outrider. Target our own Outrider. Still haven't made it to the alt yet, though. It's taken forever to get to our alt. It's crazy. Just target the Outrider. Sure. Kill this MILF. Finally got the alt. Yay. We'll use it. Better safe than the other option. All right. So then our choice against the Anakin fleet. We can try First Order next. And then we still have Radis if that doesn't work. So First Order, we'll take the tank. I can never remember which one of these is the SF tie. That's the SF tie. Then we'll take Plo. And then we'll take Cassian's U-Wing. All right. Favorite First Order lineup. And then let's just see if we can get some control here. Oh no. Come on. I literally don't even know what to say right now. I don't even know what to say. All right, let's do a little damage here. We can't get a assist off of anybody because everybody's dazed. I think we got to get a kill on Ahsoka here to stand a chance. Okay. Let's do that. Let's do, come on, heal up. Reinforcements are bad. All right. I think Plo right here. Bring in Plo. And then we're going to throw over a taunt. Try to get a big hit here. Oh, no. Anti-crit. Son of a gun. Okay, Plow, turn meter, stun. Nice. Assist. Come on. Oh, nothing. Steal turn meter from Plow. Another kill. All right. No, 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 no. Come on. You killing my Plow. Basic. Okay. Okay. Nope. You gotta be kidding me. Let's just bring this in for now. Can't call an assist. And this is where you guys find out that the Marauder can solo an entire fleet by itself. Okay. Here's the ult. Please don't kill my tie. I guess I should have put in the other first order ship as well. If he gets to another ult, then for sure it's over. I can put myself in stealth. I don't think that's the answer. Unending loyalty. Yeah, let's keep going. We really want the unending loyalty to wear off, but I don't think that's going to be the case. All right. Maybe. Ah, ability block. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me right now. That ability block. If that hadn't been on, I could have just removed his buffs. He would have lost the unending loyalty. He'd have been at a sliver of life, and I could have killed him. All right, this ain't gonna work. Oh, come on. Frustrating. All right, let's submit that. Well, this is it. We got one more chance to clear the zone. I didn't even think that putting that next ship in there would have been a big deal, but I needed it. I needed to have the... All right, one Marauder. Let's see if one Marauder can beat the entire Resistance fleet here. Probably can. I figure one Marauder, probably enough to defeat the Resistance. I'm being negative now, guys. I'm sorry. I'll cut it out. Just do a basic. Try to get it so that I can crit him. There's the unending loyalty again, because why not? Let's get a little comeuppance here. Unending loyalty should be gone, right? Yep. All right. Just keep working away. Pew! Oh, we did it. 17 fleets later. 38 banners. That should be enough, though. Should be enough. 2027. 12 banner win. All right. We got it. I came first time to the stream and make him lose the GA. Hey, Snoover. Here's the deal, man. I always say this. I'm an adult. I make my own decisions. So if you give me advice, I always have the choice to either take the advice or not. Always have that choice. So if you give me advice and I take it and I lose, the whole channel, everybody who watches my stuff gets to learn something, or at least they get to see me, fumble. But I always could have chosen not to do it. So never feel like you can't put stuff in the chat or, say what you think works. It's fun. It's fun for everybody. It, gives advice to other players who might need it in their GACs. So that's a close one, though. That's a close one. Oof. That first order battle in the middle, that should have been a win. Who would have thought that I would have needed a 4th reinforcement in that battle, though? Man. How do people feel about refreshing the mods store? The answer to that is very simple. It's only a matter of 2 things. So first of all, it's only 15 crystals. If you have the crystals to spare, more power to you. It all depends on how much credits and shipbuilding materials that you have. If you have spare credits and shipbuilding materials, refresh it, get more mods. It's a very legitimate way to try to increase your basis of mod development, right? Picking up all the gold 5-speed mods that make sense for you to buy. And then when you run out of currency, you spend the next couple weeks over here in the store buying credits and restocking your credits. And then you can do it again. There's a lot of people who, at the end of the mid-game, when mid-game is like over or close to being over, you have these materials in this store. You have all these characters bought. So once the pressure is off of this store, you don't really have much to do but buy the credits and the slicing materials here. You can buy stuff that crunches up into, bronzium wiring and other such things. And you can just buy credits. Buy tons of credits. Stock them up. Refresh the mods. As long as you got money to spend. No, it's really good. It's a completely legitimate way to build mods. But let's say I was to do it right now. These cost 3.9 million. If I were to refresh it a bunch, if I made, let's say, 10 purchases out of here, that'd be 39 million. I mean, I don't like going low on currency. I always like to have a big bank in case I need it. So if I'm around 50 million, I might be willing to buy 5-6 of these, take it down to like 20 million, stock it back up to 50 million over time, come back in, do it again. Something like that. Yeah, as long as you get credits to do it, it's a really good way to build mods. I've been doing that instead of one mod refresh. So saving 50 crystals on a mod refresh and instead going in there and cycling the shop maybe 3 times. Again, it just depends on your currency. If you've got the currency to spend, pedal the shop. Yeah, for sure. It's good. Legitimate business strategy. Let's, I think I want to play some Alpha League today. So I'm probably just going to switch over, play a little Alpha League now. If people want to stay, hang out, watch me play a different game, that's cool. If not, please remember to hit that like button on the way out. And if you didn't hit it on the way in, subscribe, notification bell, all that good stuff. Bunch of changes to this game. There's new stuff everywhere. If you make it long enough in the game to get to phase 4-2 or 5-2, you get a free legend skill. There's a new map that gives frost. When you random an artifact, it gives you 100 gold. Losing streak has an increased cap. They changed Samuel and Kay a little bit. Mina got some adjustments. Brunhilde got improved a little bit. Jenny got nerfed a little bit. Aloya, I don't know. This is the extra mech that Aloya gets now becomes available at the 5th second of the game. It's useful, but I don't think it solves anything with the champ. Some changes to the wizard lady. Artifact changes, card changes, bug fixes. So there's a lot of stuff that's different. A lot of stuff that's changed. So this game, for anybody who's not familiar, is a little battler game. Snoover says, I understand nothing when you play Alpha League, but it's still chilling to watch. So Alpha League, basically you're trying to build a character. When you go into the game, you pick a character to play. Each character has traits. There's 12 different mechanics in the game, different skills. For any given arena, 8 of these skills are available and 4 of them are banned. So every arena is a little bit different. The hero traits, they've added 2 more traits to everybody. So instead of having 6 traits to pick from, you now have 8. Every 5th level in the game, you get a new trait. And you level up by buying skills. And when your skill level gets to 8, 16, 24, and 40, each one of those levels gives you +1 level to your character. And then leveling to 5, 10, 15, 20 gets you a trait that you can pick. It gives you 3 random ones you can pick from one of 3. There's 3 artifacts that you pick throughout the game. In each phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. There's different arenas. This one gives you 5 levels. This one gives you inner fire. This one poisons you every 3 seconds. This one makes crit damage better. This gives people healing every 5 seconds. This gives more XP in the draft. And then this is the new one that gives people frost stacks. Reduces magic damage. You know what? I'm going to look at something while I'm in here. Vulnerable stacks. Poison stacks. Inflicts undodgeable magic damage based on poison. Poison damage cannot be dodged or critically hit. But it is considered magic damage. Undodgeable magic damage. Interesting. Interesting. See, I thought that was the case, and then I played some games recently where I increased my magic resistance by a lot, but it really didn't seem to help against poison. So I thought maybe poison was like its own category of damage, but it does say magic damage in the description. We need Alpha League holocrons. Interesting. I hadn't thought of that, but I suppose I could do some like basic ones. I could do character guides for the characters that I actually play. I suppose that would challenge me to try to play with characters that I don't normally play. Kay, I think Kay is the character that I don't think I've ever had a winning record on Kay. That champion is pretty bad. Brunhilde, I feel like Brunhilde used to be good, but now she's like, I don't know, with changes to the rules, it feels like she's vulnerable to everything. The problem is she doesn't do enough damage. She has to build shield, shield doesn't help against any magic damage. So basically you're building something that only helps you against physical damage, that doesn't really... Flying shield is kind of the only thing in shield that's delivering damage. And so that's what I find. She's pretty hard to kill. You can make her pretty durable, but if there's healing in the game, like the amount of damage that you can do, the enemies just out heal you. Ooh, this is rough. This is healing with no frost and no toxin and no inner fire. Oof. We could try Cull here. We could try Spell Cull. Let's do Spell Emerald. Let's do Spell Emerald instead. Just for fun. So what we're going to try to do, we'll see. We'll see how all this works out. But we'll try to build Emerald in a way where he's durable, give him a lot of life, give him some healing. But then we're going to try to build it where he's actually using the spells and the spell ult as control. And we'll just keep the enemy permanently sheeped. And we'll make his ultimate ability does 250 magic damage. So you can build spell damage on this guy, and his ult does really high damage. It seems to scale better than it should, to be honest. I've also found, like in the past, I would go on a losing streak in the start intentionally, but now it's pretty hard to win. With the way the artifacts work now, you get more limited selection of artifacts, and with the way traits work, it's if you don't get yourself turned around into a win streak pretty quickly, it's really hard to come back. So what I've been doing, I'll build up money at first, and I'll try to get interest for a couple turns, see what my first artifact is, but then later on, a lot of times I'll spend down, and maybe I'll be at 300 to 500 gold. But I pretty much spend based on my rerolls and try to, win in the mid game. Okay, Blood Trial. Take 10 damage, get 4 levels immediately. Spell skills 5 times would be pretty good. I think I'm just going to take the levels here. So what that'll allow me to do, 1,500 hit points and 20% body size seems good to me. So we'll take that, but that's going to allow me to kind of chill for a couple more turns. The extra level up is going to give me a bunch of hit points, and that should allow me to keep my interest going for a longer period of time before I have to spend through. What that Blood Trial also does, it does 10 damage to you right away. It means that when you get to this first draft, the first carousel, you actually get to pick first, because nobody else has taken that much damage yet. Other players who take the same thing and take damage will. But you get first pick on the first carousel, which isn't bad. Oh, wow. Wow, this Jenny has the healing ult already. So I triggered the healing ult, she healed back to full, and I lost. All right, we're going to buy Spell whenever we see it. Here's Spear of Healing. That's not so good. I'm going to take Attack Tide here. Take Crushing Force. Get some Vulnerable going on. Healing Suppression's too good to pass up. Self-Healing Body I want right now, though. Let's just take that right now. We'll sit on 690. But like I said, we've got our first artifact. We already took a bunch of damage. We can't afford to just take take a lot of damage on a losing streak now with this character, especially since we already took 10 damage. So my thought that I was going to be able to save and get interest for a little longer, not going to work out. That character was taking very little damage from my boulder. All right, let's just take the health here. What did we get? We got Vitality Burst, 160 hit points, Undying Body with Shield, that was good, and I think another Crushing Force. So that's good. We'll take that. All right, we're at 980 money. I'm going to take this just because it has a picture of healing on it. Same thing here. Curse Surge we're definitely going to take. Oh man, Damage Reflection is a damage source though. This is just straight up damage. So every 1.5 seconds deal damage. It says minimum 20. So you always get damage out of that. I'm not making very good use of my rerolls. You get a free reroll every turn. I like to take advantage of that, but it just keeps giving me a selection of cards where I want something, and then another selection of cards where I want something. So, not getting to make use of the rerolls. Helsing is rough. I love Helsing, but Helsing is rough into this arena because early on, he's already not that powerful, and he doesn't have that many ways to trigger vulnerable. And then with this arena just giving you 100 frost stacks all the time, it's hard to do damage with Helsing in this arena. This has spell and healing on the same card, so I think we have to take that. This is a rare skill, but I like just self-healing body better. Okay, here we can use the reroll, although this has vulnerable on it, which is nice. Okay. Flaming weapon. I'll sit on 780 gold right now. Collect some interest. We get to fight a monster after this samurai. So we'll have a bit more gold going into the next one. I already used my free reroll. So once I've used my free reroll for the turn, then I'm not as anxious to keep buying stuff. I'm doing okay here. You can see that because of this is a frost arena and we're constantly gaining stacks of frost, the auto attack damage is pretty low, but we're doing good chunks with our alt. So that's why I want to do like a little more spell. I like vulnerable too, so I'm picking vulnerable, but I think we want this to be a health and spell build in the end. And that way we're a little less susceptible to the frost that keeps stacking up on us. Everybody's going to be frosted all the time. There's no inner fire to get rid of the frost. Jenny can cleanse the frost. Other than that, everybody else is stuck getting frosted. We'll take the Mana Spring here. We'll take Healing Spring here. Healing, like this healing is worse into a health character because you get a really high health pool, and the higher your health, the less that 60 hit points means. So, yeah, I think we'll just take some skills here, run our money down. That's a spell. Fatal Bloody Curse we'll take. Giant Force we'll take. We'll take a... Oh, it wasn't quick enough. I was going to say we'll take our reroll here. I don't mind Life Tide. I suppose we could take that. Heaven Breaker. We'll reroll that. It doesn't have vulnerable spell or health, so we'll reroll it. These little stars that you see flying over, that's the, every 1.5 seconds we get that damage. So that's nice. Another little source of damage on the opponent. And if we do spell, once we get better spell, it does boost your magic damage. So all of those little sources of magic damage that we get are also boosted. Protein powder, max health 1600. I don't know, we're in a health champ, right? So just click that button. And then hope that we can get some traits that say extra attack for all your health, and we'll ramp up our health like crazy. Spell's only at 5. Kind of struggling. Curse Formation. Damage Reflection is magic damage. Curse Formation is good, though. I don't mind being invulnerable. Healing Suppression we'll take for sure. Healing Suppression again. Giant Force here. And here we can wait. We'll re-roll this next turn. 910 for collecting interest. We're at level 7, so we're getting to the point where we can take a look at, you know, if we spend all of our money on one of these turns, if it gets us to level 10 and gets us another trait, I wouldn't mind spending money for that. Looks like we've got decent durability against this opponent. We've got twice as many hit points as they do, which is a big deal for health champions. Okay. Got a win streak going on, 5 wins in a row here. So we're collecting some pretty good income. 1360 on the money. Reroll this garbage. Oof. More stuff we don't want. I think I'll just take this. I don't want any of this. I'm going to pay 20 to reroll it. Healing Spring, will activate it. Sure, why not? Drones gaining health is okay. Attack speed, that's okay. Spell shield, probably. 940 on money. Healing Touch, we can activate. Healing Touch won't heal us for much, but it will, every 0.8 seconds, it will heal us for like 10. And any of the skills that say when you heal, this activates, those skills will get activated. So it just gives us more triggers for stuff that we want to do. Okay. So this is pretty good. We're going on a mid-game win streak. That initial 10 damage that we took was pretty harsh, but now you can see we're kind of middle of the pack. We don't get to draw until 3rd. Oof. So this is second wave. We're in the 3rd wave. I think we'll take healing here. We got healing suppression. That's nice. I really don't care that much about healing, but self-healing body, heal spring. Okay. Well, we could still take this healing touch and activate more healing things. This is magic damage, so when we heal, we can do magic damage. That'll activate another damage source for us, which is nice. Shield Surge. Tenacious. This is all stuff that we can take next turn. We're at level 8. One more healing will get us another level. Spell gets us a level, so we're going to level up next turn no matter what. And then we're going to spend a little more money, right? We're going to spend a little more money. And we're going to try to get to the point where we're winning comfortably. Okay. Here he's triggering his ult. He's healing back up. Didn't get healed back up to full. We've got enough little damage sources now that we kept pinging him with all that stuff. Pretty good, pretty good. I like his name, Eaten Beaver. Interesting. Revival Breath, when you deal damage, 30% chance to heal. Do we activate that? Or I think we just increase our damage. Now let's go ahead and activate another ability. I didn't want to be in healing, but man, we are getting a ton of healing cards. There's our level. Ultimate is increased by 8% of our max hit points. If we're going for a build where we're trying to get the ultimates, that'll be another big chunk of damage. So that'll be good. Building health also gives us magic resistance, which is useful against champs like this that are trying to magic us. This build's going sideways in a hurry. I don't know how we ended up with so much healing. So much healing. But it is damage sources. I don't mind having the healing, I guess. But we really need to get back. If we want spell, we got to get back to getting spell. All right. Steady boost. That's attack speed for us. I don't mind taking it. This has got a health on it. Here's spell. We'll just take the spell plus health. We could take either health. Health gives us a level here, so we're going to take that. Life source. Rebirth flame is another damage source. That is physical damage, though. It's not ideal, but we'll take it. We'll take the boost here. Healing spring, since we're already healing. Why not? Attack suppression, I don't mind, but I'm going to take the spell book. Damage reflection is good, even though it's got a heal over there. Curse formation, I definitely want to take that. It's good stuff. Life plunder's probably too good to pass up. Self-healing body. I don't know. We're at 500 gold. I kept spending everything. I never got to a reroll. Everything was coming up with something that I wanted. So now you see we've got all these little sources of damage. The blue star is the one source. The little spear, the orange spear, is different than the red spear. The red one is the health, the rebirth flame. The orange one is the healing light spear that's doing damage. And then the other one is the damage reflection that's doing magic damage based on our shield stack advantage. So, copy ninja we're going to take. That allows us to potentially copy from our opponents. And that's going to put us all in. I'm going to go crazy and just buy everything here. Let's do healing here just to give us another healing source. Devouring Blade to give us another source. There's a spell book. Here's another health. Here's another health. And if we get... Oh, steady boost is up. Psh, man, the random number generator is being nice to me today. It just keeps giving me things that I want to click. So this build is a little bit all over the place. We haven't focused in on anything. We didn't get spell like we wanted to. But we got a little bit of everything. So we've got a bunch of damage sources. We've got some good healing. We've got lots of life. And our ult hits for a ton. You see how much damage we did to that guy with the ult. So we got to get more spell stuff. Spell stuff would be ideal. All right, copy ninja. 60% chance to copy 3 of that guy's skills. Let's go. Let's get a copy. Let's start filling in. Getting levels. All right, good. We got some stuff. Steady boost. And then Giant Force is going to give us levels. Elemental Giant. Attack suppression's probably too good to pass up here. So we'll wait. Minus 50% attack speed. We don't care about attack speed, right? I mean, we're frosted all the time anyway, so who cares about attack speed? Wait, what just happened? Is that skill broken? Is there something wrong with that skill? It says minus 50% attack speed, but I will swear to you that our attack speed just went up. It says 0.8. Why were we attacking so fast at the start of that battle? I came in there, oh, I guess it's just this attack, steady boost. 40% attack speed. Plus 40 minus 50, I guess puts me at normal. I don't know, something ain't right there, guys. I want the vulnerable, but I don't mind. Yeah, getting the shield's fine too. A little more durability. All right, 80% chance to copy ninja on the next one. We'll take that attack suppression. We'll take flying shield. It's another damage source. We'll reroll this garbage. Although the healing is going to get us a level, and that's going to put us at level 19. Let's go. We don't want any of this. Another spell book here. We'll get that next turn. And then I think we're 3-5. So we're coming up on 4-2. That'll get us a free ultimate. And we could take the arcane ultimate at that point. And start out with a spell as our first thing for combat. That Helsing did good damage to me. He's also undefeated on fire. But he only took me down about half life. So I feel like we're in pretty good shape there. Just need more spell stuff. I'm going to buy this, and I'm going to reroll. And, oh man. It keeps offering me stuff that's just so good. Like, I really kind of want to reroll here just to get more spell, but it's giving me life stuff and I've got to take it. Okay, this guy's doing a lot of damage. Our damage starting to come across now. His drone is dead. There's our ult coming in. That's a nice big chunk of damage on the ult. Because of, I mean, it's mostly because of this, right? 8% of our hit points are added to the ult damage. Once we get 16 in spell, that's going to take us up to 20% magic damage boost, I think. Oh, we got another healing suppression. That's nice. Okay. I think we got to take Life Plunder here. As you get toward the end game, Life Plunder is basically they steal life from you and you steal life from them at the same time. Kind of lame, but that's usually the way it works. Attack suppression will take. Come on. Vitality burst modification. I might take Tyrant's Might there. I think weaponry is going to be better for us than mech. We've got more score in weaponry. Maybe we'll steal a weaponry from this. I would love to copy Ninja, like a bunch of shield skills. That would be fantastic. We got a couple. We got a weaponry. All right, here we're going to take the Arcane Storm. As combat starts, cast an ultimate that's 40% boosted. So we're going to come in right at the start. We're going to cast an ultimate. That's going to be a big chunk of damage. It's boosted by 20% now, plus 40% from the ability. So those things stacking up should give us... Wind Missile is another source of magic damage. We want to take that. Reroll this. We'll take modification, but we can take that next turn. All right, there's Amber. Amber gives us damage from normal attacks is increased by 2% of my hit points. I'm at 10,000 hit points, so that's 200 damage added to my basic attack. Here comes another ult. That should be it. Boom. 1171 damage on my ult. If we look at statistics here, vulnerable damage. Look at that. 34% of all my damage was vulnerable damage from those curse surge and curse application. Interesting. So vulnerable did most of my damage. Good stuff. Getting protein powder, extra hit points like that on a hit point character is a pretty big deal. The fight looked like Malphite versus Embo. Emerald versus Yukimura. It does. You're right. It's Malphite from League of Legends versus Embo from Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. That's funny. I think that too. When I play Emerald, I really think of him as Malphite. Yep. Interesting stuff. All right. Let's see what we get next here. I would love to get an Inner Fire Arena with no frost and get offered the new champ. I want to try him out. His mechanics were pretty broken. If you took Inner Fire and Spell on that character, it was insanity. Or Inner Fire and Vulnerable. I was killing people with one attack because his attacks do physical damage and they also have a magical damage component, and I put a ton of Vulnerable, like 800 stacks of Vulnerable right at the start of the fight. So the attack would hit and then the magic damage would hit. They would both trigger Vulnerable. I would do like 4,800 hit points of damage in one attack. I love Helsing, but Helsing into no Toxin is a no-go for me with this setup. I feel like I would really need the Toxin. Oh boy, we're in trouble. All right, we'll play the Fox champion here. She has a trait called Pluviophile. Pluviophile says every time you get to 100 mana, you gain 10 magic resist. There's a lot of magic damage in this group. The Crunch Mech is not magic damage, but everybody else in this arena has a magic damage component. So if I can get this character quick level 5, and if we're offered Pluviophile, that would be fantastic. What I would love to see is Barrel Theory Artifact. If I get Barrel Theory, I will go on a losing streak. I'll turn it around in the mid-game, and this champion will be insane. All right. Obviously, we want Spell. I think we want Frost for control. Curse Surge is pretty good, though. We're going to take Curse Surge. We're just going to click the button, and it puts 6 stacks of Vulnerable on. Vulnerable increases your damage. Here at the start, basic attacks are a big part of your damage. And if we can just have, 6 stacks of Vulnerable every time we hit with a basic, we're going to be way out damaging our opponent. So long term, I don't know that Vulnerable is what we want, but short term, it's going to give us a damage advantage. And, maybe give us some wins here early on for the cost of 1 click, right? We click 1 click. If we look at the statistics there, let's take a look. Normal attacks did 600. Barrel Theory, I said that's what I wanted, and it gave it to me. Amazing. So 600 damage from normal attacks, 600 damage from Foxfire, and 300 damage. 300 damage from 1 click. So that's basically what 1/5 of our damage is just from that one skill. Curse Surge. All right, we're going to reroll this. We're looking for Spell. None of this is Spell. I'll take the Vitality Burst, though. Probably. That's a lot of hit points. Early on, when you've only got 1,000 hit points, 160 is like 15% of your hit point pool. It's a pretty big deal. We've got 1,200 hit points, so it's only 13% of our hit point pool, but still, the point stands. It's a big chunk of health early on. Again, for 1 click, having 13% more health for 1 click feels okay. Let's take a look here at our statistics. Again, kind of the same way. About 1/5 of our damage being done by the Vulnerable. So we're on a win streak here, and we've still got 1,000 in the bank. We'll take that Vitality. I'll reroll this. I will click the second level of Curse Surge here. If it's good once, it's going to be good again. Healing Spring is Spell, and as much as I want to take Healing Suppression here, I feel like I have to take the Healing Spring because we really need Spellbook. We really need Spell. I'll save it though, right? We'll sit on 890 gold. We'll wait till next turn. The barrel is going to give us 2 in Spell. So we'll get 2 free experience into Spell because that's the lowest one on our list right now. So we'll kind of cheese that too, and then we'll start buying spells. We will probably never get anything in Spell for free from Barrel Theory again because Spell will move to the top of our list very quickly. But that first 2, I'll take it. Unless we get Spell on the drafting, in which case, yeah, we're going to get Spell. Nope, Spell's taken instantly. Both spells. We're dead last. We get to take whatever's left over. Most likely going to be mech. Yeah. We got a choice of mech or more mech. That's fine. That's fine. We'll get 3 mech skills. Hey, we got 100 hit points to drones. Take that. Healing Spring has a spell picture on it, so we got to take... Oh, man. I hate this. Damage Reflection is a damage source, and it's really good early on. But Spell has a spell book. Mana Shield. We're going to take the damage source. Self-healing body's not bad here. We're sitting on 1,000 gold, so I'm just going to wait. We got this nice 12 stacks per second of vulnerable. We've got another damage source to every time you do damage, it triggers vulnerable. So the more little sources of damage that you can get to tick away at your opponent, the more times you'll chip away with vulnerable. And you can see now that our vulnerable damage is the highest component on there. All of these other sources are triggering the vulnerable damage. And that's 2 clicks, y'all. That's really just the 2 levels of Curse Surge there are doing work. These are good clicks. These are high quality clicks. Healing, I think we want Crushing Force. Let's just do more damage. We're going to reroll here. As much as I like all that stuff, we're really... Healing Suppression versus Healing Spring again. Come on, why do you do this to me? Healing Suppression we could take here now again. Healing Spring. Alright. We're fighting this Crunch Mech. We've got a lot of little damage sources. The Vulnerable's doing a lot of work. Once people start getting some extra like shield skills, the quality of that Vulnerable will go way down. But here right at the start of the game, it's really good. Look at this. Look at this. It's about a little less than 1/3 of our damage on that one. That guy has shield skills. Few. Yeah. Shield and vulnerable cancel each other out. So as your opponent earns a shield, he will either get a shield, or if there's vulnerable stacks, 10 shield stacks will cancel 10 vulnerable stacks. It'll cut down on that vulnerable damage by quite a bit. All right, we got tons of gold to spend. Let's just stick with the vulnerable stuff. Spell across the board. We'll take Mana Spring. When you've got 3 things that have spell like this, and this only shows up when you get a mana. Everything with 2 symbols on it, could show up like this. So this is vulnerable. And spell can show up there. Frost Magic. This is good, but I don't think we really care about our drones. Let's try to focus on... We'll have to reroll here. It really wants to give us drone stuff. Alright, that takes us down to 1,000 gold. We'll sit on that. Get a little chunk of healing there when we do our ult. Frost Queen here is doing more damage than we are. But we do heal every time we get our ult off, so we'll see how this comes out. Oh, it's close. Vulnerable damage for the win. She also was doing vulnerable damage. Interesting. All right. Death Race. I do not like Death Race. I can take it though. Still at 30 life. Haven't lost yet. Let's take Death Race. We'll start taking damage. We'll get 150 gold a turn for it, so the extra money. If it keeps us on a win streak, then you know, it's better in the end. Here's a Hex. We'll definitely take that. Got a spell book printed. Preemptive Pain is really good. It's really good. Oh, I want to be in spells. I just want spell stuff, but Preemptive Pain is good. 150 stacks of vulnerable right at the start. If we can also get the Arcane Ultimate, getting a spell right off the bat and putting a bunch of preemptive vulnerable stacks on, when we do our ult, we'll get 3 or eventually 5 little fireballs that we're throwing at the opponent, and each one of them will trigger vulnerable. Each one is an instance of its own damage. So this is a short term, we don't really want this skill, but long term, it's exactly where we want to be. Curse Formation too, same thing. It feels good. Healing Spring we'll take. We're going to click the Hex right now. Oh, Preemptive Pain, Spell, Healing Touch, reroll. Okay, we can make use of our reroll. 590 gold. Foxfire. Ooh. Your passive has a 15% chance to heal you when you're taking magic damage. That's one of the new ones. Never used that before. 15% chance to heal, though, is really low. We're just going to take more Foxfires. We'll increase from 3 to 5 Foxfires. Again, our plan is to get the Arcane Ult, to just ult right off the bat, nuke the opponents, and basically one-shot them. You know, by the end, we want to see anybody that's not a pure health champ just disappear with that initial ult. Probably going to get mech again here. This is the arena where you're getting +5 XP for your pick. So we got a bunch of, or +8. So we already got 8 in mech, and we're going to get 8 more in mech. Ugh. Ugh. Huh? We're going to end up getting the mech ult at some point, probably. Ugh. Ugh. Ugh, ugh, ugh. Pluviophile. We can start stacking those magic resistance stacks. Oh, Gear Rewind. We'll get Gear Rewind later. We're taking 2 damage every turn, and we're sitting on 1,000 gold. It's kind of a bad choice, right? Because if we start losing, if we lose at all, we lose our win streak, which costs us a ton of money. We lose life, which we're already giving up to Death Race. I think we got to spend more money. I don't think we can sit on full interest. It's a risk. Too much of a risk. Too much of a risk. Let's spend the monster is next. You know what, though? Come on. I don't want to be in mech, but kind of stuck. All right, Mana Spring. Frost stuff. Frost is good, but we're going to re-roll that. Spell stuff is better. And there's more Preemptive Pain. We're going to sit on 1,000 and go into the monster. I feel like this alpha is going to be pretty easy win for us. The Frost champ here. Okay, good. All right, let's see which opponent we're going to get next, and that'll tell us. I think the only thing I'm afraid of is Rhino. If our next opponent is Rhino or Shred Durst, then we'll spend. This guy, I play against this guy quite a bit. Wife Haver. That's a funny name. Cracks me up. I am a wife haver. Okay. We got to take drone stuff because somehow we ended up in mech. I don't know. We're stuck with this drone stuff. Frost. A bunch of frost out of the box there. Crit stuff. I really don't want crit stuff. Mana Spring again we'll take. Mana Shield we'll take. There's another Hex for sure. Vitality Burst or another damage source. I think we'll just take Vitality Burst. Mana Spring here. Felixer. 750 gold. We're close to a level, but we would need 24 vulnerable or a full 40. So, I mean, we're at level 14. I mean, level 15 is only one away. But the way our skills are set up is we're really not in a good position to get a level. Barrel Theory is going to keep filling up our stuff, you know. We'll get 12 and then just keep ticking away at those bottom ones. All right. Body Armor. We're gaining a whole bunch of magic resistance through Pluviophile. Or at least some. We could throw on armor. Why not, right? Anti-freezing would be good, but we got to focus on spell stuff. We're not going to do frost. Life Plunder is a form of damage. Reroll the crit stuff. Damage Reflection is a damage source. We'll take that. Gear Rewind. It's got a spell book on it right here. We'll take the spell book. Routine Maintenance. It's just giving us mech after mech after mech. I guess we got to take it. All right, we're fighting Rhino. We got all that armor just in time to fight Rhino. Look how little damage we're taking from this guy. That is insanity. Look at that. He throws an ult at us, and it's just kind of tickling. Hoo hoo hoo, Pillsbury Doughboy style. Okay. We're only at 3/2. I don't know how, but this arena seems to be ending very quickly. Like the free ult is at 4/2, and we're a full sequence away still from getting that. The damage reflection, and we're too close to 40 mech. Preemptive shield stops preemptive vulnerable from the enemies, which I like. This mech gets us to frontline. 460 gold. We get a level. Improve our Foxfire. There we go. So Foxfire is now put on 80 stacks of a random something. So the options are Frost, Vulnerable, or Toxin. And we've got 5 missiles because of the +2. So this is going to be a total of 400 random stacks of debuff. If we can get to that spell ult, that's going to be fantastic. We'll just load them up. We've taken 14 damage so far, and all of it's been from Death Race. It's pretty bad, though. Look, we've only got 1,000. We've paid half of our life, and we've only got 1,000 gold in return for it. Man, I hate Death Race. That's bad. I should not pick that. Flying Shield is another damage source. Looking for spell stuff. Getting more mech stuff. Make drones more vulnerable. Reroll this garbage. Reroll this. Self-destruct. If you get self-destruct to 1,000, if somebody does burst you down and kill a couple of your drones, they take, you know, a couple thousand damage in return. That's insane. You know, we look very strong here. We can actually kind of pull the reins back. That's a long way to level 20. Barrel theory is going to be filling us up. It's not a long way to 20, is it? It's not. Mech isn't going to help us at all, but we'll do it just in case somebody builds a bunch of burst damage. Add vulnerable stacks, healing suppression, preemptive shield, damage reflection. Preemptive shield, I mean, it doesn't matter now. People can't vulnerable me. People cannot reasonably vulnerable me at this point. At the start of the battle. I mean, obviously, as the shields wear off, it's okay. But I can't be like preemptive vulnerable. Just knock it off with all of our shield stacks. Kind of a defensive move, but it stops Cole or Jenny from going crazy with vulnerable stacks right at the start of the fight. 32 on shield. Of course, 8 of that came from the draft EXP, but we do have a lot of shield skills. With barrel theory, what you see sometimes is you get to the end and it looks like you've just got tons of skills, but in truth, like most of it's barrel theory. Corrosive curse. How are we on vulnerable skills? Corrosive curse is okay. Magic mark, good. Healing suppression, good. Iron skin, good. Vulnerable alt, grab it. Snatch that up right away. All right, and then next we get an ultimate. So we're going to, of course, take the arcane alt for our character here, because we don't seem to be able to get to 40 spell. So we're going to take the alt here. All right. We're down to 10 life. Death Race is killing us. If we hadn't bought Death Race, we'd still be at 30 right now. 1,500 profit. We're going to click Arcane Storm. We've already got Frontline and... We have another alt? It shows that we have 2 of... Oh, the vulnerable one. We just clicked the vulnerable one. Okay, so now we've got Arcane Storm. We'll start the battle with an ultimate. Reroll this garbage. Self-healing body we can take finally. Another damage source here. Reroll this garbage. Weight. Damage of Foxfire 5 times level. Here we go. Bang, bang, bang. Oh, wow. Jenny's so good. Look at this. The amount of damage that I have pouring across the screen is insane. 4,500 vulnerable damage. 4,200 Foxfire. 8, 6. 10,000 damage I had to do to her. 4,500 life. So she healed 1.5 times her full life bar in that short of a period of time. I need more healing immunity. Preemptive Frost ain't bad. All right, here we go. Alt. And just rain the damage down. Okay, there's the first death. Look at her. We can't kill her. We got it. All right. Vulnerable damage through the roof. Okay, I think we had 40% healing suppression there. Man, conclusion, I hate Death Race. Do not click Death Race. What a horrible skill. We earned like 1657, let's say 1800 gold off of that. We were to 8 life. That means we took 22 damage from it, 11 instances. 11 times 150 is 1650. So we got 1650 gold in exchange for 22 life. Thumbs down. That is way too much life to give up. I think it would be worth it if you were like on 1 hit point at the end of the game trying to survive. How about we play James? I'm bad at James. I am really bad at James. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to play James. Spell shuts me down completely. Right? Who's going to build spell? Merlina. Okay, so I'll build weaponry, but in case weaponry doesn't work out, I have to have another way to kill people. So I have to go vulnerable here, or you can't go evasion. It's my belief that when you're, okay, so Hex, the Hex ability, skills, spell, Hex. Polymorph the enemy. It puts a little stun mark over your head when you're polymorphed. It is my belief that that stun mark prevents dodging. I believe that you cannot dodge if you're stunned. So building weaponry, if they sheep you, you can't make basic attacks. And in the same way, if they sheep you, you also can't dodge. So that would be a disaster, right? We could build mech. We could go mech. Weaponry mech. All right, bounty hunter. Requires a win streak, but it would get us money. I don't feel comfortable bounty hunting on the first one. Oh boy. Well, here we go. Secret book. Let's see what we get. Arcane Storm. We're going to start out with an ultimate. Our ultimate doesn't do any damage. 60% attack speed boost. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, let's do this. Well, drones aren't going to help. Yeah, so I think it's attack and vulnerable, weaponry and vulnerable. Trying to figure out if there's some way we could take advantage of that Arcane Storm being first. There must be. Well, we have, maybe. Yeah. Champions that are going to build a lot of dodge. She'll build dodge. I think our off thing has to be vulnerable. I think it has to be vulnerable. Wow. I mean, we get some vulnerable stuff, but it's all like spell. Although spell sharpness, I mean, it will put 20 stacks on right when the battle starts because we have the Arcane Storm. What we really need is to increase our attack. James has such bad attack. Look at this. 39 attack damage, 33 attack damages. His basic 33. His ultimate is increasing it. What's increasing? I keep seeing our attack damage jump. Oh, there it is. When you dodge a hit, gain 6 attack damage. Okay. We can go around here, grab this weaponry. Got another cloud change, flaming weapon, fierce counter. Sure. Some weaponry. Okay. Spell sharp because we can. Reroll this card. Oh, come on. Evasion denying. Seems good. I've used my free reroll. I'm at 900 gold. I'm on a 3-loss streak. Let's lose 3 more. Let's lose 3 more, and then we got to try to turn it around from there. That'll be about the second artifact, and we'll inform ourselves with this second artifact. I mean, we got plenty of attack speed. We're sending bullets over like crazy. They're just not doing any damage. We don't have enough vulnerable stacking up. We don't have enough weapon damage to make it stick. So, and I could go crit just to make the damage that does stick hurt more, but I don't think that's the answer either. Oh boy. Garbage. I don't want drone stuff. Wow. Wow. I'm getting brutalized on these picks. It's not giving me any weaponry. I've gotten 1 weaponry selection all game so far. Okay. All right. So that's 5 losses in a row. We got 1 more that we can generate, and then we really got to change things. I guess I can take Fatal Strike here. When we crit, make an enemy vulnerable. Crit denying, light chance. Evasion stuff. We'll wait for our free reroll, use that. Curse Surge, Devouring Blade, Attack Tide. We got to take the Attack Tide. Increase our attack damage. Shield Surge we'll take. Attack Suppression we'll take. Reroll. We're finally getting some attack skills. Reroll this again. Spear of Healing we'll take. Gale Sword. Now it's looking like we actually want to do some damage. James versus James. His James is better than mine. All right, that's it. Now we got to get our artifact and we got to turn this whole thing around. All right, let's go. We just need things that increase our attack damage or give us more vulnerable. Because we're getting a lot of little instances of damage from the insane amount of attacks that we're putting out. So if we can gold, healing skills, reroll, Gatling gun, another 60% attack speed boost. Sure. Sure. All right, mana drain, make it harder for the opponents to get to their alt. Spear of Healing, fierce counter, fatal strike. I like. We'll take that. Curse Eye. This increases our magic or our dodge. This gives us crit chance. We'll just keep buying here. More crit chance. Reroll that. Steady boost. We're at 500 gold now. Let's see what this looks like. Look at all this. Look at all that miss. We're hitting with 1,000,000 attacks. And we can't do any damage to this Gen A. It's insanity. Look at this. She out heals all of our bullets. Look how many, it says rain. It's just a rain of bullets going across the screen and we can't kill her. Oh, there we go. We got it. We got it. Our first win of the game. Let's go. All right, let's do this. Let's go ahead and get a level. Steady booster, attack suppression, or devouring blade. I think devouring blade. Let's stick with what we know. Healing suppression for sure. Reroll this. More stuff. Gale sword. Wind missile we'll take. 120 gold. We get our first level. Enemy armor minus 70. Let's go. Okay, now we should be able to do more damage. Cutting down their armor is a pretty big deal. All right. James burst. We're at 8 spell. Interesting. Maybe this vulnerable isn't going to work out. Maybe we just go weaponry spell. We've already got the ult. Lean into the spell a little bit more if we get offered. 1, 2, 3. We're going third. Oh boy, what to get here? It's all evasion. That's the only choice. 4 boxes of evasion. I'm going to go in the corner and hide. Make the box come to me. Yeah. Take that. Okay. Spell plus evasion. Mech plus evasion. We'll take that. Fatal strike. You're fine. Healing suppression. Spell. Mech. Reroll. Life Tide. I think we'll take Life Tide. With all these little attacks that we're doing, it's a lot of instances to get a crit. And that healing might be helpful, so we'll take that. This dude's dodging a lot. I think James has an ability that cuts down enemy dodge. Is that right? Traits, James. Enemy evasion chance minus 20%. If we could get that, that would be good. I would enjoy that. Damage reflection gets us a level. We'll probably just keep taking mech stuff here because at least mech hit points give us some way to soak the burst. Probably just need to focus on weaponry though. We need 6 more points of weaponry to get to 24. All right. That looks pretty good. Hail of bullets going over there from us. Looked pretty good. It feels like we're a long way from level 10 though. We're level 7. We would need 8, 9, 10 on the low end. We'd need weaponry up here. I guess we're not that far off. I'm going to start saving up money again. We've kind of gone win-loss, win-loss. Once we get on a win streak, though, we've got to stay on a win streak. I'm going to save the money here. I'll either buy a skill or reroll depending on what we've got. Once I use my reroll, I'm going to sit on the money, gain a little bit of interest, get to the next artifact, and see where we're going from there. Overload, I think we'll take. Damage reflection is a damage source, but I honestly don't like it that much here. If we get where we want to go, the battle's not going to last more than a couple seconds. All right, Devouring Blade is up. We're definitely going to take Devouring Blade. We're at 600 gold. Let's fight this next fight, see what we get for an artifact, and then decide if we want to spend all of our money or go for a little more interest. We're looking pretty good, though. I mean, we're doing a lot more damage. Something has increased our damage by a lot. We're getting almost nothing from vulnerable. That's interesting. Early bird. I think early bird. So when we get to 24 weaponry, we'll be offered the weaponry alt. That's pretty good, right? When you cast an ultimate, gain crit chance, or just have crit chance all the time. First 8 seconds, have a bunch of extra crit chance. I didn't want to be in crit, but I think that's what we got. Critical damage increased by 2% of enemy hit points. That's going to be like 30 damage for most of our enemies, right? So if we crit, it's an extra 30 damage. It's not bad. Gets us to 16 crit, gets us a level. Although this Fatal Strike critically hit, giving us vulnerable stacks, I think that might be even better. 16% crit chance at the start of the fight. How are we in so much crit? I don't want to be in all this crit. Curse formation. I don't know. The build's going off the rails. I can't get weaponry. Or at least I'm passing on weaponry. This is probably a bad choice. Yeah, we got no vulnerable damage there because he had all the shields. We're going second. We can pick up, hopefully pick up this weaponry. That's going to get us to 24 weaponry. It's going to get us a level. It's going to get us the weaponry finisher. -3 armor for every normal attack landed. 50 magic resistance, 20% lifesteal from normal attacks. That seems insane. That's insane, right? Like all of our damage is coming from normal attacks. 3,000 damage. We're going to heal a lot. Okay. That's one of the new traits. That's one of the added traits. We lose that battle every time. Once that character gets to an alt chain where they just go alt, 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 we lose that 100% of the time. Mana drain, preemptive pain, 150 stacks right off the start. Mana drain will take, damage reflection will take, and we've spent all in. We've gotten some vulnerable here at the end. If I can get vulnerable to 24 and get the ult, I think I'll be pretty happy with that. All right, big chunks. Let's see what we got here. Normal attack 65%, vulnerable damage 18, and then splash damage from the extra attacks. All right, we got a lot of bullets flying across the screen. Our attack speed's pretty high. James has an ability that lets him get extra attacks, and then the weaponry gives you a 40% chance to get burst. More preemptive pain, steady boost for more attack speed. We'll just keep going into crit, I guess. I don't want any of this dodge stuff. We're going to avoid the dodge stuff. Reroll that next turn. All right, chainsaw, let's go. Damage from normal attacks, 1706. So we would have healed 200 hit points, something like that. Okay, what do we want here? Front line wouldn't be bad. Solid Miracle. All right, Solid Miracle. First time we die, we stand there for a few seconds. And the idea is we're going to be doing so much damage that few seconds of invulnerability, that 1.5 seconds where they can't kill us, we are going to kill them. And if it doesn't work out that way, then we've wasted our opportunity for a better ult. Nice. See, that's what I expect out of this build. I expect the enemy to just disappear. So we'll keep stacking the vulnerable stuff. Get more weaponry. More vulnerable. 240 gold. We're almost out of gold. Iron skin. How much shield stuff do we even have? We don't have very much shield stuff. All right. There's our shield ult. It worked out exactly as I said. We died, we got in the shield ult, and that allowed us to stand up out of the sheep just long enough to launch like 7 bullets across the screen. Lucky, I think. That's a bad James build. Yeah. That didn't feel good to me. It felt like we were on the edge of losing for most of that. Jar Jar Binks says hello. Pleased to be seeing you. Pleased to be seeing you too, Jar Jar. How's everything on your end of the world? On your side? Hope it's good. Hope you're having fun. Hope you're having a lovely Saturday. Saturday evening for you. I'll play one more game and then I'm going to hop off of here and go do something else. I got to finish my account update from last week. I got all the stuff put together and I had some problems when I was trying to record it. And then like the whole week seemed like every day it just had so much stuff going on that I never got back around to it. So I never got my update finished for last week. So I'll finish my update today. I'll do the next update tomorrow for Monday, and we'll be good to go. All right, Helsing. I haven't played Helsing yet today. I think he's one of my favorite champions. I like Helsing a lot. Especially into an arena like this. So Frost is really good for control. Health is really good for control, right? Just having a big health pool. So in an arena like this where people can pick Frost and health, having a character that can do insane amounts of damage without using either Frost or health or not caring is really good. So Helsing has really good upfront burst damage, and then the combination of Toxin and Vulnerable gives really good sustained damage. So against high hit point targets, the amount of damage that you can do over time is just really high. Playing Alicia into an arena like this, into the arena that gives you inner fire, it makes it a little more of a struggle. You know, there's no inner fire. The inner fire skill is banned, so you don't have to worry about the inner fire. But yeah, the 100 stacks of inner fire makes it pretty challenging early game for the Frost champions. It's hard to get the Frost to stick when, 100 stacks of it gets wiped out every 3 seconds. Because eventually you have like 220 stacks of Frost on you, so you don't actually get inner fire, but it wipes off, Frost stacks. How did we win this? Helsing is a really bad champion in the early game. but we won that. We're going to take vulnerable. 5 vulnerable skills might not seem like much, but getting yourself through the early phase of 1 to 8, where all you're ever going to be offered are these, basic white skills that give you 1 experience. Getting to level 8, where you can be offered rare skills, the faster you get there, the better off you are. So those in the first artifact slot, getting whatever is your skill that you want, getting 5 of those to fill up, where you don't have to look for those skills in purchases, helps a lot. And if you get offered the skills anyway to purchase, it just puts you that much further ahead and that much faster to 8, where you have the chance to start picking up some rare skills. So it's pretty good. I think in terms of artifacts, there's, like, let's say the top third that I really like, there's the middle third that are okay, and then there's the bottom third that I would rather not have. I think, 5 of your primary skill is definitely in the middle tier. It's not a top tier, but it's not bad. Not bad. We'll be able to pick up Death Touch next turn. I'm sitting on 880 gold to turn into interest. I don't care if I win or lose. Honestly, Helsing almost always loses these early fights. The fact that I have 2 wins is amazing. I mean, usually this character is just like 6 or 7 losses in a row until you get him going. I really want Curse Surge, just the basic curse generator, but I don't see it yet. We'll go second. There is vulnerable on the stack. Okay, let's go around here, get it from the top side, make sure we click the vulnerable box, go sit on top of this guy. Okay, that gets us up to 7 vulnerable. We still got 3 more to get from here. That will get us to 8, 9, 10, 11. Reroll. There's more curse. 870. Sit on the money. We used our free reroll. We've got a skill that we can buy next turn. Not in that big of a hurry. We really need to start finding some toxin stuff. It would be nice to get some poison skills. We've got some poison stuff, so every time poison ticks, it's another damage source that triggers vulnerable. So that's good. Oh, we lose that one. Close, though. Close. All right. As I've said before with Helsing, I don't mind an early losing streak here. We'll use our free reroll. Spell sharpness is up. 970 gold. We'll sit on it. The key is with Helsing, around the second artifact or so, you really have to turn it around with him, and then you can't lose except, against the best player in the field. You really gotta, when you turn it with Helsing, you really gotta turn it, and you can't lose again. So that's my experience with him. All right. Get our second monster here. Damage will click up 1 for everybody. The Frost Champ is doing really well. She's got some frost, mech, health, a little bit of everything. Interesting. Preemptive Pain, fantastic. We love that. That was a great pull. Curse Formation we like. Preemptive Pain, probably better for how we want to build this champion long term. We'll take it when it's offered. Antidote, Corruption Breath, Toxin. Antidote might be important later. Corruption Breath is more toxin stuff. Reroll the evasion. Life Plunder is good. We'll take the Life Plunder. Stealing your enemy's life is a form of damage. Alright. This champ is actually really good into Helsing the way I build him. Because she gets 5 guaranteed dodges in the start of the game. So all of those vulnerable stacks that I put on kind of sit there for a minute without doing anything. I don't like any of this. Blood Trial is too expensive. Toxin skills are okay. It's better than randoming at this point. So we'll grab the Toxin, grab the Life Plunder, and Antidote here. Poison Surge for sure. System Shutdown gives us vulnerable. Reroll this. Frost Giant gives us a level. Cold Wound. Frost Plague eventually we want. Sit on 680 gold. I don't know. System Shutdown. I mean, we've got some drone. We've got extra hit points on drone. We could go with more mech. I guess I don't mind that too much. There is crit and evasion. Alright, we'll go with the mech version. Preemptive Pain to 600. Again, it's kind of what I want to do. Anti-freezing feels too good to pass up. Evasion denying 100%. Reroll this. Curse Formation, of course, we'll take that next turn. Fragility, that's one of his new traits. Every 0.8 seconds we get 50 vulnerable stacks. That's huge. Oh my god, I think they'll have to change that. I think it's too good. I think 50 vulnerable stacks every 0.8 seconds is too good. But this is it. We've turned the corner. We're going to be winning now. And the idea is that we're never going to lose again. Let's grab this vulnerable stack here. We've got a little bit of Toxin to help get another damage source. We've got Mech, which gives us another damage source. Vulnerable is the trigger for all the damage. We don't care if we're frosted because none of that cares about frost. So that's the build. That's exactly what we're trying to do here. Frost Giant, Mech. We'll take Mech skills when they give us hit points. We're on 550 gold. Frozen Touch. This is just more damage, right? Freezing damage source. This is more poison. Curse Surge is up. We'll definitely take Curse Surge next turn. Look at these nice big juicy chunks of damage. Dead. Gone. Alright, let's see if we have what it takes to build up more interest. So I'm going to sit on this. We're going to kill the monster. And we'll be close to full gold. We've still got Toxin skills coming in. Never mind. We're going to buy that for sure. Oh, wow. Too good to pass up. All right. We'll sit on 330 gold. As tempting as it is to keep clicking the button and buying stuff. And then we got to look for level 10. So if we get vulnerable to 40, that'll be level 8. Mech to 8 is a level. Evasion or crit or something. Sure. We're very close to level 10, feels like. Alright, let's see if we can build up some money here. Get paid for this fight. See what we get for the monster fight. Watch this. Chonk, chonk. Vulnerable damage. Everything else is just there to trigger damage to get vulnerable damage. Drone attack, poison, 1 tick of poison. That's all it takes. We're at 960. We're going to sit on it. 2 normal attacks, 1 poison, 1 drone. So 4 instances of damage, and then 4 ticks off the vulnerable for 1600. Oof. Explosions. This should be easy. Ooh, not as easy as I'd hoped. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It took 11 instances of damage to kill her. There's no shield. There's no shield. Max health 2000? Psh, just give us more health to make sure we have enough time. Seems really good. Seems really good. All right. Evasion denying 100%. Preemptive frost. Cold wound is really good. Preemptive frost is nice, you know, just slow the enemies down. But we'll make sure we get here, get death erosion. Corrosive curse we're just going to buy right away. Preemptive frost we're going to buy right away. Okay. Down to 300 gold. Hey guys, I'm going to save money. I swear I'm going to save money. And it just offers me everything good. All right. And we still didn't get level 10 yet though. We need another toxin or another mech. All right. How many instances of damage? 24. 24 instances of damage to kill that mage. Ooh. That's scary. Here's a mech. That gets us a level. Oh man. Reduce armor and magic resistance by... our passive already reduces it by 30%. This is going to reduce it by another 30%. People are going to lose 60% armor and magic. Burst damage away. All right, looking good. 7 win streak, I think. Two by 50th birthday parties, so it's very merry here. That's great. Good deal. I'm going to take the mech here. As much as I want to take more vulnerable skills, I also don't mind having more mech. And if I get to pick a free skill eventually, I think we're going to take frontline. Another mech is another damage source. That's more ticks. Oh man, preemptive poison, good stuff. Anti-freezing I'm going to take. Preemptive frost just to keep things slowed down. Reroll this. And I'll probably take that. It's another damage source. If I dodge or crit, I do another little instance of damage. All right. Vulnerable damage 3653. 20 instances of damage against all that vulnerable. All right, reroll this. I really don't want any of that. 1 crit gets me a level. I'm at level 12. I guess we can take crit denying here. It's not horrible. Take it next turn. How did your GAC go? I won by 12 points. It was like 18... What were the numbers? Like 1817 versus 1829 or something like that. Something like that. but it was 12 points difference. I won it by 12 points. Both full clears. Close. All right, let's grab that. Let's grab, I mean, spell needs to be leveled up too at some point. Poison Surge, Virus Code will take. I don't want any of this. Felixer. I don't want any of this either. Modification will take. Life Plunder will take. Toxin Backlash will take. Crit will take. Okay. Nice. Look at this preemptive frost. Tons of frost stacks just slowing him down to nothing. Took a long time to kill him though. It took like 4 or 5 seconds. Okay, Frontline could be good here. Avalanche is just another big source of damage though. Take Avalanche. Take Avalanche. Get a few more frost skills. Just throw in another big source of damage. Just keep clicking buttons at this point. Antidote will take. Felixer will take. Corruption Breath. Corrosive Curse. Crit Training. This. Life Plunder if it's in time. We'll get Devour Fear. Gives us 60 more armor. Hex, do I even want? I don't want spell stuff. Get out of here. Self-destruct is another damage source if they kill my mechs. Emergency call. 64 on emergency call. Oh my goodness. That's going to give me like instant damage right out of the box. The mechs are going to do their ultimate right away. Oh, never mind. The mechs are going to die right away. They didn't even get off a... Oh, get off one attack. Oh boy. Alright, you can have the evasion, I guess. Final curse formation, corrosive curse. Stacking that stuff up. We'll take Gear Rewind for sure here. I don't know, sure. Preemptive Poison's too good to pass up. We'll definitely take that. This battle is close though. What does this guy have? His ult is really good. He's got the arcane ult for sure. So he's just kind of done a barrel build, leveled up, got a lot of traits. He's going to nuke me right away. But see, our build doesn't care. Our build doesn't care if we're sheeped. And the Avalanche. Did the Avalanche do good work for us? It only hit once? We only got 1 tick of Avalanche? Wow. That feels lame. Reroll this. Anti-freezing. And, you know, we're all in. Gotta try to win these. If we win here, we win. Alright. Oh! Something's changed. What did she get? What did she get? What did she get that put her over the top? What did she get? Gain hit points, another damage source. Let's gain hit points, another damage source, more hit points for the drones. Let's just keep all in. Colin's Apple. I don't know. Colin's Apple probably wasn't a good choice. That makes my basic attacks put vulnerable stacks on. She's just stacking up too much frost. Okay. Sky Splitter Slash is not good. Why can I not pick? It didn't seem to allow me to pick there. Poison Blast. These battles are over way too fast. Poison Blast isn't going to do anything for me. Life Plunder. Okay, we can steal more of her life at the start. that last tick is another 10% life. That's quite a lot of life I'm going to steal here. All right. Ah, still not enough. Still not enough. Titanic Power. Get a health here. We've got to get another health. There's another health. That'll get us 24 health. It'll give us another 15 magic resistance. Who knows? Maybe that little bit's enough. All right. Last of the last. Let's go. Bam. Sky Splitter Slash right through my heart. Oh, so close. So close. So close. Yeah, I think Arcane is just too busted right now. They're going to have to do something with sheep eventually. I mean, you saw that battle. It's just start off, instantly cast a spell, the ultimate, put me in sheep form. I stand up, I get one basic attack, I'm sheeped again. I stand up, I get one basic attack, I'm sheeped again. So it's like you can't do anything against it. And my build has all of this damage, the vulnerable stuff, the toxin, the mechs, all of it, right? But you know, I can't, even with all of that stuff completely stacked, I only need like 1 or 2 more instances of damage to win that, but can't get it, you know, can't get it. Maybe I should have built alt versus alt, or spell versus spell. All right, that's going to wrap it up for me for today. Had a good GAC, had some good games here. Did we get all first and second place? Let's look at our match history here. I messed up. Yeah, a lot of first places. All right. That's going to wrap it up for me. I'm going to head out. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next Holocron.